welcome back. I'm glad to be back, honestly. It has been a wild couple of months, but not even a couple months. Oh god, that was just May. Well, no, yeah, May and part of April. But hi, I'm back. You will be getting regular content again, but I just wanted to give you an update on what's been going on. So if you're like, winter, why no content? Winter was very, very busy. So this video is just to kind of like let you know where I've been, because I don't know. I felt like sharing, and it was a lot of fun. So let me see. I'm also testing out Hyper's new desktop avatar. So there's like a lot more cool features. I'm hoping she looks a lot clearer too. Like I've been really happy so far with the beta of desktop. I use Hyper for my avatar and I have been loving it so much. But there's this feature that lets you oh god, why did she freeze? Did she freeze? Did she freeze? Okay. We're good. I think if I like go into that, it'll freeze a little bit. But anyway, hi. So let's see. Our tale begins in Las Vegas. So I went to Las Vegas with my childhood best friend. We hadn't seen each other in a while, and we realized we had never gotten to take just like a trip, the two of us as adults out in the world in ever. So we decided, hey, let's go to Vegas. So that's where our tale begins. And we took a much needed just girls trip vacation just to hang out. And oh my gosh, the food. I was thriving. The food was so, so good. As soon as we got there, and I did take food pics, I like may not take photos of a lot of things, but I will take photos of food and the sky. That's what I noticed as I was going back through my pictures. So we got to Vegas, and first thing we did, this is a new feature that I'm playing around with. So, so as soon as we got to Vegas, we decided to hit up Momofuku over at the Cosmopolitan for food. Let's see, how does that look? Oh, yay! Okay, you can see the picture. Yay! So it's me and my friend, the first drinks of the trip. It was phenomenal. It was expensive, of course, but we had saved for probably about half a year to take that trip because we were just like, yeah, I know, like, let's go. Just us girls on a trip. Which, yeah, our families were like, y'all are crazy. But we're like, we love crazy. We love being crazy. We are crazy. But for those of you who don't know, Momofuku is... How do I accurately describe Momofuku? David Chang, thank you. He is the celebrity chef behind it. It is an Asian American flair restaurant. Yeah, their main specialty is ramen. I had the spicy miso ramen and the pork belly buns, and oh my gosh, when you're getting back from like a travel day, just like a full day of like planes and running around, like this was it. It was phenomenal. So that was like day one, or night one, technically. I'm not good at story time videos. I've never like done these before. Yeah, and we just like vibed, hung out. We went to Wicked Spoon. Let me like flip this. Hold up. Try it around. Wicked Spoon, which is like the buffet. We stayed at the Cosmopolitan, which was so much fun. My friend really, really wanted to go. I was kind of iffy about it because it is very, very expensive to go here. And we decided like, let's go for breakfast on like a Friday morning. And I was shook because it was like $100 a person for breakfast on a Friday. I was baffled. I was like, do we really want to be spending that much on brunch? And guys, they didn't even have bottomless mimosas. They did not have the bottomless mimosas. I was like, what do you mean it's an extra charge? And they're like, what do you mean you want to drink at like 8 a.m.? And I was like, we're in Vegas. I'm a bad influence. But, this is what I got. So, like, it was, like all you can eat, like you pay one fee. And I will say they had like a bunch of kind of like international foods. They had like everything. There's like pancakes underneath this. But I had like their specialty juice. It was like a, gosh, it was like apple, pomegranate, cranberry, guava. It was like a variety of juices in one juice. And then, of course, coffee. I am the person that needs morning coffee every morning. Um, it was good. I don't know if it was like $100 good, but it was good. um, and then after we had that, I really loved these like little tarts that they had. Let me get the. I like stashed some of these tarts. So they had like these little to-go boxes, which was made for rice. Like they had like a sushi station that had like sashimi. I was like, it is like 9:30 in the morning, my guy. But they had like these little boxes that you could put like rice in to like take rice for like your sushi if you wanted. And I was like, nah, I'm taking one of those boxes and I am stashing these chocolate tarts for later. I was like, no, you're coming home with me. And I enjoyed them as a midnight snack like the next day. I just popped them in the fridge and I was like, you're coming home with me. But these were so good. Like would I go back? Yeah, I would. But probably for like dinner if it was like at that same pricing, because it was expensive. I was like, bro, okay. But their desserts, like they're definitely, they advertise themselves as like more for like their desserts and stuff, and their desserts were mwah, chef's kiss. Like yeah, they market and bank on their desserts. I will say their desserts, amazing. Food, it was really good. I had zero complaints about the food. It was just the pricing. I was like, whoo, because you know, not everybody wants to have the super rare delicacies from around the world. Some of us just want chicken nuggets and chocolate. Little simple things. But that was really fun. And then we kicked off our trip looking at some art. We went to like the crystal shops that was over in by the Aria. And they had like this art gallery. I forget the name of the artist, but she's amazing. I gotta like see if I can showcase some of that here. Yeah, her art was gorgeous. I loved the rose teddy bear. Like that was probably like my favorite, but even just like her charcoal pieces and stuff, just so cool. I really liked it a lot. Oh no, why is it? There we go. First story time video. Bear with me here. I'm learning. So we saw some art, and I love to shop. I adore shopping, and I don't know what it is about shopping in Vegas that is just so fun and glamorous. Like they just pop off with fashion there. And if you don't know, I am actually a fashion designer when I'm not doing this kind of content. So I was feasting my eyes on like the beautiful displays, all of like the gorgeous like collections that were coming out, because it was like just early spring when we were going. So they had like all of like the brand new springs, all the florals. Like I personally loved this display as we were just like walking past the store. But they had like the mannequin sitting like on the table, and then they draped the skirt like over the table, and they had like fanned it out so you could see like all the detail. It was like a $250 dress, but it was made out of like this really nice silky like charmeuse kind of fabric. It felt like butter. Like if I had more places to wear it, I probably would have considered trying it on, honestly, because it looked gorgeous. And I just loved the unique way that they displayed this skirt, because I was like, what better way to show the detail of a very detailed skirt like that other than like fanning it out, and then you can see it like in the back how it like falls over the table. I was like this is genius. I was like, this is nice. And then what do we do after that? More shopping. We went to one of those places that have like the edible looking soaps. I'm like, there we go. I forget what the place was called. It was in the New York. We were just like browsing. Um, and they had like a bunch of different soaps and like skincare stuff that was like looked like food. And at first we thought it was a sweet shop when we walked in. We thought like it was like candy because we saw it was like cupcakes. Like it was like the little, let me see if I can like zoom in and make this bigger. I'm gonna like cover my avatar for a second. But we walked by and there was like cupcakes and stuff. And so we were like, oh, this is a sweet shop because the pastries looked so real and so good. And then we like walk in and it smells amazing. We were like, ooh, like it doesn't have like that in your face sugary smell that most like, you know, sugar places have. And we were like, oh, it's so I was glad that I had stopped my friend from taking a bite out of anything. She was like, I have the urge to just bite into it. And I was like, no, please don't. I don't need you coughing up bubbles. And yeah, that was really cool. I was like so tempted, but I was like, I wouldn't want to actually use the soap. I would just want it to like sit there in my bathroom and look pretty. And I was like, it would probably break in my suitcase too, because, oh gosh, I think, no, did I bring both my suitcases? I don't even remember. Yes, I did, because I brought like 6 pairs of shoes, because all the girlies would know you gotta change at least 3 outfits in Vegas. You got your morning outfit, you got your afternoon or pool outfit, and then you got your night outfit. They are not the same, and the shoes do not cross. Yeah, I brought, oh god, I brought so many clothes with me, and then I brought, actually I was good about not bringing too many clothes back, but I did bring back so many, like a good amount. Ironically from, like, the Ross. I go hard with Ross Vegas, the Vegas Ross on the strip. I spent like $200 in Ross by itself. It was bad. I spent a lot on this trip, but you know what? My mental health needed it, and also the week before I had gone on this trip, I was so happy that I had gotten this sorted out, but I found out I had asthma, or have had. Unfortunately, there is no past tense in I had asthma. But, yeah, so I thought I was having like a real bad allergic reaction, and if you watch, I think my first Love and Deep Space video, my voice sounds like very wheezy almost. I didn't notice it. But the week before this trip, I had gone to the doctor because I started going into anaphylaxis. And I was like, okay, I don't know what I'm reacting to. I don't know if it's a pollen. I don't know, because the place I live now, I've only lived here for almost 2 years. And there's a lot more trees. I'm from the desert, all right? Like, I'm from the south, the southern desert. And I went to the doctor before that trip, and I was thinking it was like an allergic reaction to like pollen or something, and they were like, nah, sis, you have asthma. You've been having an asthma attack for the past like 3 days. You should have been in the ER 2 days ago. And I was like, I thought it was anxiety. And they were like, no, you have asthma. You need all of these like little dorky inhalers. But shout out to my allergist slash asthmologist, asthmatologist. I don't know what you call an asthma doctor. But ooh, yeah, whatever they gave me, it was it. And I was thankfully able to get all of like my allergy stuff treated as well, and have a bunch of like stuff I have to remember to take for it every day. But you know, I like being able to breathe, but I legitimately, oh god, like that was a time. Like I felt like I couldn't breathe. I felt very nauseous, very sick. Like I debated going to the ER, but I was like, nah, that's just your anxiety. You're fine. You're just tired. Just lay down. And then they were like flabbergasted when they were like, why did you not go to the hospital? And I was like, I didn't think it was that deep. And they were like, no, it's that deep. But thankfully there was nothing wrong with like my lungs. It was just my airways that were closing up on me and trying to like, they're spazzing out really bad. But we got that treated, so I was super excited and happy that I was able to go on this trip with no breathing problems. And I was like, you know, as a treat. Oh wait, where's my picture? Okay. I had to send it from my phone because I was like, I kind of want that picture. There it is. Got him. So I was like, to myself, for myself, because I deserve it, I decided to get myself a little treat, and I am a huge simp for Dior. Like, life motto, if you adore her, Dior her. Just, things I would do for Dior. Anyway, yeah, so I was like, I almost died. I'm gonna get myself a nice little treat. I regretted it. I had mild buyer's remorse, but, I did something I use like every day, and it was a wallet. I'm not gonna show said wallet because, but yeah, I got myself a wallet because asthma's expensive, so 10 out of 10 would not recommend. But I was excited and happy that I got to go on this trip asthma-free, or not asthma-free, but like it was being treated. So like I could actually breathe. But we continued shopping, just kind of like around the area, just like New York. We went to like the Miracle Mile shops. And I don't know if you know, but I am a chocoholic. I love me some chocolate. Specifically, I don't know if you could tell what my favorite chocolate is. But I will, like, if I was on a deserted island, like, what would you take with you? Reese's peanut butter cups. And a way to keep them cold. Like, Reese's peanut butter cups, straight out of the fridge. It hits different. I will die on that hill. I love me some Reese's. And, like, their Reese's milkshake. What was so funny was when we were initially planning this trip, my friend asked, she's like, oh, like, is there any places that you really want to, like, go eat? Is there anything you want to make sure that we hit? And I was like, specifically, can we go to the, Hershey store that's in the New York, and I can get the Reese's milkshake? Because I'm like, I have craved that shake since I had tasted it. And she was like, we're going all the way to Vegas, and out of all the food, out of all the stores, out of everything, that's what you want to do? And I was like, I want my Reese's shake. And we almost didn't get to it because it started raining, and we were like coming out of, I think, the Miracle Mile shops, and I was like, you know, we needed to like run somewhere just so we could like stay dry for a little bit because neither of us had an umbrella or like a rain jacket, and we had like a good amount of shopping bags at that point. And I was like, oh, I know where we can go, follow me. So I just like grab her, and she's like, you know, trying to like shield herself from the rain because it starts like pouring. And I drag us into the Hershey store, and she gives me a look. She's like, so instead of running to like next door, you took us like across the street, down a flight of stairs, and into here. And I was like, I want my shake. So I got my shake. I was happy. Oh my god, I drank the whole thing. It was so good. Oh yeah, so the other thing we did, so the main reason we went was it was her birthday, my friend. And we both love watching like true crime and like supernatural ghost hunting type things. And we had been watching Ghost Files since we were like 12. And she really, really wanted to check out the Haunted Museum. That would have to be its whole own video. I came out traumatized, as did she. But yeah, for her birthday, I was like, I know you're gonna want to see everything, so this was my present for her. I gave her the RIP All Access Tour. I'm not gonna get into it here because that was, oh my god, it was, whew. I will say, in my lifetime, I will hopefully never go back because it was an experience. Which, like I said, that could be like its whole own video, so I'm not gonna go into like too much detail on that. That can be like, I don't know, when we hit 50K, maybe, we'll see, because that was traumatizing. Okay, but my favorite thing though was we were going to, it was at the MGM Grand, not the MGM Grand, Park MGM. We had reservations at Best Friend, Roy Troy's Best Friend, which was actually the #1 restaurant I picked. She's like, what restaurant do you really want to go? I was like, Best Friend, Best Friend, Best Friend. I love Korean food. Like Asian food, Chinese food, Japanese food, Korean food, I love. Like I got to go to South Korea back in 2018, I think it was. And oh my gosh, I miss it so much, the food. But we also checked out Lady Gaga's we didn't have tickets to go to her show, sadly, but she is Mother. I love her. And they had all her costumes. And guys, when I said I was losing my mind over clothes, like, you would have thought that I was looking at Gaga herself with how much I was screaming over her clothes. Like, I took so many photos of her clothes. I'm not gonna show them all, but like, even her McQueen shoes, her Armadillo McQueen shoes, I was like, her feet are so tiny, by the way. Like, I know she's, like, everyone says that she's actually, like, super, super petite IRL, which I definitely believe, but, like, yeah, can confirm, even her shoes are tiny, tiny. But I was, like, I was losing my mind seeing, like, all of the clothes from, like, her music videos in person. I was like, Mother is mothering. I was like, ah. Like I said, you would have thought I was probably looking at Gaga herself, because I was... Like, the guy that was working at the counter, he was like, so you like Lady Gaga? I was like, yeah! And he's like, oh, are you going to, like, any of the shows? And I was like, no! No, because we ended up going to other shows instead. But, yeah, on my list, I was like, reason to come back, though, because I would love to go see her in Vegas. I would probably cry, honestly. Like, she is Mother. And she is probably still one of my favorite artists to this day. I can't wait for her new album to come out. I saw all of the like teaser trailers and all the art and stuff. I was like, ah. It's gonna be good. Yeah, but overall, 'twas a good time. I got to... Oh, these were like the frosé cocktails from... Actually, I don't want to get flagged. These are vacation smoothies from Best Friend. They were so good. They were so, so good. I was like, woo. And then my other favorite part was we went to the Vanderpump Garden. That was at Caesar's Palace. I had this drink. It was so, so good. It looked gorgeous. It tasted gorgeous. Like, I don't even know how to describe, like, a gorgeous tasting drink, but it tasted as pretty and as good as it looks. It was, mwah, chef's kiss. And then I will recommend, anytime, if you ever go to any Vanderpump, like, restaurant around the world, anywhere, you gotta try their rosé soaked cake. They have this like cake that's made with the Vanderpump rosé, which, by the way, that's my favorite rosé like in existence, I will say. Pun intended. No rhyme or pun intended. But it's so good. Like, it's like a strawberry cake that is like made with the rosé. Like, you don't taste the rosé in it, but like it's so good. And the icing, I'm usually not like a huge like buttercream icing person, but this like is super, super light and it like melts in your mouth. It's so, so good. So if you ever, you know, get to try any of that, the cake is the best. I love it. So the other like major event, it was actually the weekend after. So like I got back from Vegas, I had a week, and then like that weekend I had to fly home because my cousin was having her quinceañera, and oh my gosh, she looked stunning. Like, drop dead gorgeous, stunning. And the venue was gorgeous. I got to sponsor her tiara, and the tiara was tiaring the entire time. It was gorgeous. The party was so much fun. That's like more family, personal stuff, so I'm not gonna go into like too much detail, but it was heartwarming. I cried, especially with the changing of the shoes. So in Hispanic Mexican culture, quinceañeras are kind of like a they are a coming of age for a young woman when she's going from little girl into a lady, young woman. I had one when I was 15. Um, I didn't realize how many like emotions you actually feel when you see like when I was 15, I couldn't understand why so many people were getting emotional. I was like, it's just a birthday party, like to me at the time. Like I knew like the symbolism of stuff. It's like, oh, you're a young woman now, and my brother and my dad were making, oh, we can marry you off now jokes, but kind of like actually being on the other side of it as like a sponsor, sponsoring her tiara, and then just like all of the things, because I've seen this little girl grow up. She's my first cousin. She's like a cousin I'm really close with. So, you know, feeling it all and seeing it all, I was like, oh my gosh, now I understand why, it was like, oh, as it was. And after the quinceañera, I came back home, and for those of you who don't know, which I don't think anybody does because I don't talk about this very often, but I do ballet, jazz hands. And so I had a ballet showcase that weekend. It was on a Saturday, but apartment was like an absolute mess because I had been traveling there and back so much. But I do ballet, and these are like my street shoes. These are not in my little ballet shoes, but yeah, I do ballet, and I had a spring showcase that weekend. So I was traveling for like 2 weekends, and then I had a ballet showcase, and then the weekend after I was traveling again. But that showcase went super well. I was really proud of myself. I'm still very much beginner. um, but I don't know. I enjoy it. It makes me feel strong and pretty and confident, and it's a lot of fun. And then I got a very sweet bouquet afterwards, which it made my day. It's so me. I love roses and carnations, and then blue butterflies are like my favorite. So I got this lovely little bouquet afterwards. I was just like, then we got ice cream. It was great. It was a good time. But yeah, and I continue doing ballet. That's just kind of like it's what I do just for kind of like my me time. Just moving gets like out a lot of stress and anxiety, and it helps kind of like, keep me in shape, which I like a lot. And the people I get to hang out with and stuff are absolutely wonderful. I love my ballet company. They're so sweet, very patient, and like they're not very like judgmental when it comes to like what you're able and not able to do. Like they don't force you to be like a certain level of flexible or being able to, do a certain number of turns or pirouettes and stuff. Like they help train you to get there, but they're not so like what you would think of in a movie of a mean ballet instructor. They're really cool. But yeah. Then after that, next weekend, I had to travel again. So after my ballet showcase weekend, that Friday, I had to fly out to go back to my college because my former roomie and my forever bestie, she's my ride or die, I love and adore her, was getting her master's degree. And when we were packing up our college apartment, she was like, hey, I'm gonna go get my master's. In 2 years, you better be here for my graduation. When I walked that stage with my master's, and I was like, bet. And yeah, I am a woman of my word. If I give you my word on something, it's gonna get done eventually. Sometimes it might take a while, but like I follow through. I will follow through. And so I went to back to our old campus. It was really surreal. I'm not gonna lie. Like going back, I was like, oh my god. It had only been 2 years, but I was just like, huh. I was like, that building used to be demolished. Why is it built again? But yeah, she got her master's, and that was so much fun. It was a weekend with my friends from college. We went to all of the places that I miss. Like there is no good bubble tea place where I live, and so like every time we would go get groceries, we'd always go to this place called Vivi Bubble Tea, and we were going to get an air mattress. So she was actually, it was so funny. We were in the process. No, she was in the process of moving from one apartment to a new apartment because her roommates were like, not it. She was like, I miss rooming with you. I miss rooming with her. But yeah, she was like, yeah, no, I need to skeet out of here. And I was like, okay. And she was like, will you go with me to just like sign the lease? And because she was my ride from the airport. And I was like, can you buy me bubble tea? And she was like, yeah, we actually got to go run and get like an air mattress. Because she's like, you're not sleeping on the floor. And I was like, I mean, I will. Like, I brought a blanket. I will just curl up and sleep on the floor. She's like, you're not sleeping on the floor. And I was like, okay. So we went and got just like some snacks because Bridgerton premiered that same day. And so we called our other friend and we just had a sleepover and binged Bridgerton with just tea and snacks. And oh god, my favorite quote was my friend was like, this is football for the girlies, because we were like on the edge of our seats, and when certain things happened, we were like standing up like men when a touchdown happens, and just like screaming and like hugging each other, like high-fiving. We're like, yes! Oh my god. She was right when she was like, this is football for the girlies. I was like, yeah, you were not wrong, sis. It's gonna be kind of sad whenever part 2 of that season comes out, because we're just gonna have to watch it, like, because we all live in different places, so we're just gonna have to watch it on our own. But I was so happy that we got to watch just, like, the first half together, and, core memories are made. That was so much fun, and we had to sleep over, like, both nights, and I think we got a total of maybe 4 hours of sleep that entire weekend, just because we were staying up late, catching up, we were watching, like, videos, and of course binging Bridgerton, which we binged, I think, till like, we didn't start till like 10, and then we didn't finish till like 2 a.m. We had to be ready to go like out the door at like 9, and yeah, we kept staying up and just talking. It was fun though, and then I got to show them like my latest hyperfixations. They showed me their latest hyperfixations, but yeah. And then one of them was sus that she was getting married, not married, engaged. And then last Sunday I got the text and she set the ring and she's engaged. Like, she was saying that her mom was like, oh, let's go get our nails done, and she was like, I have never gotten my nails done in my life. And I was like, bestie, that's the cue. When they're saying go get your nails done, like, there's a reason. And her mom was like, I'll pay for it, you just gotta go. And I was like, ooh, and she's paying for it? I was like, bestie, you're getting proposed to. And she was like, you think? And I was like, yeah, you are. And so yeah, now she's engaged, so next year we got a wedding. Let's go. But it was a good, fun girls' weekend. I was beyond tired flying back, but yeah, that happened. And then I kind of just needed to recover, and my apartment was just not organized at all. When I came back, I had like months of just like travel, dumping stuff, swapping out dirty clothes for fresh clothes, because it was like 1 week into the next, and then I work a full 40-hour work week at my IRL job, so I was like not having a lot of time to really just like get chores and stuff done. So then I finally got to spring clean, and now I'm back here, and I have, you know, energy and time again, which is what I really needed. So starting on Wednesday, regular content. But thanks so much for watching my little story time video. That's just kind of what I've been up to. I thought it would be fun to just kind of share that and a little bit more of my life, and I love to travel, as tired as it can sometimes make me. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!